Hello. Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein in the Road 100, where today we're starting 61 stars, and I had a request to do hammers, so we're going to run hammers for this event for 61 stars all the way to the end, but we are going to run them in a way that we're going to run fast hammers, where everything about it is going to be very, very fast, because typically hammers are really, really slow. But they do include the couple of axes that we do have in the game, the heavy axe, and it's even listed as such. It's listed as an axe, not a hammer, even though most of the others have some sort of hammer type name in the name of the weapon. There are a couple of axes, the Tyrant's Labrys, the heavy axe, and the Lost heavy axe. So those three are in this category of hammers, but there are others that are hammers as well. The Impulse Anchor is a very fun one as well, so we'll go through a whole bunch of these, but we're going to be playing them in very fast, kind of heavy engagement kind of styles, so we're going to be pretty brittle as we go along here. However, the offset value to that is that these are really, really fun builds, and they are very, very, very enjoyable because they really get you into the action, and it takes hammers from a very, very slow weapon with a pretty poor moveset into something that can zip around and get access to enemies and reach out and touch very, very quickly. So keep that in mind as we go along here. We're going to be bringing Eva because we want to go as fast as possible, and we're going to be running Queen. Even though it's not like crazy incredible amounts of damage, we are going to be quick mobility here, and this is a very, 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 very sad point to this build, is that if I switch this to a intensified or something, you'll notice that we switch to normal mobility here at 67. Well, 50% of 133.9 is 66.95, so we are 0.05 away from being quick mobility with this veil. So very, very sad there. So we do have to unfortunately go for the Imperial raiment here of the uh, uh, alleviated version, just to get us under that 66.95, and because this is at 67, it puts us into the normal mobility bracket, so we do have to go for this guy. But you'll notice that if we were going for the intensified, we're at 1297, and here we are at 1260. However, when we use cognitive zeal, it increases us up to 1297, so very, very good there, that we are able to still maintain 1297 overall. So okay, let's get into it, and we will have a superior amount of Ichor regeneration here, and that will be oh so wonderful as we get into it here. And as you see, the heavy axe does have some very, very, very good ability here to make sure that we are able to dagger the enemy, because it is a heavy axe. And so if we can speed this up in you know, any appreciable way here, and it is super hybrid here with gifts and the weapon itself, and we do have, you know, all the ability to, you know, reach out and touch at any point in time, and we are able to, you know, not really rely on our stamina too much to, you know, destroy the enemy, because typically most of the time we're just going to be zooming, and because we are quick mobility, we're able to really, really zip around very, very easily. Oh, good job, Eva. And you find the heavy axe here in this area, and so I figured it would also be kind of nice. Oh, whoops! Kind of nice to play with a weapon that you actually find in this area. Now, Eva is kind of on a crazy roll here, where she's just annihilating everything, because she does have blood-sucking blades too, because of you know, our stack here that we are giving away, and so she's really you know, destroying these guys. But the fun part about this entire build set is just how fast it all is, and you know, just incredible how you know, you can really, really get a huge amount of damage out on the enemy, even though it is not you know, like I guess you could say that it's not very traditional because the fact is that you rely more on the speed of the interaction of the gifts themselves in order to move you into a new move set. So instead of just swinging the axe, you kind of use it as a what's my spacing and what's my timing in order to go for, you know, whichever attack I want to be going for. And because we have a very, very high iCore pool, we can make really, really good use of all of our gifts over and over and over. And having Eva along, you know, it just makes things that much better. So as you can see, using Tormenting Blast here is also very good because of the damage multipliers that come out on it. For the axe itself, it makes for a very, very, very good interaction to make your way over to the enemy very, very quickly instead of, you know, see, and like that you can take, you can reach the enemy very, very quickly, and you can take them out very, very quickly as well. And as you can see, we have quite a bit of iCore recovery as well. And at the same time, as we have iCore recovery, we have an incredible amount of, you know, damage that we can just continually run up on these guys for. Whoops. And because we do have a heavy axe, we also have access to the overhead slam move, which can knock these guys down immediately. Oh, come on. This move right here, apparently I can't hit the guy with it, so that's kind of unfortunate. But as you saw there, we do have access to that overhead move, and that overhead move knocks these guys down immediately. So we can just go for that kind of at a moment's notice as we run up on the guys, and we can put them into a misery state pretty quick. Okay, so we're pretty good here on items and everything. We haven't used anything yet, so we'll just go for this fella over here, just because we can. I mean, why not? Okay, so this guy. Okay. Alright, I think he's dead. Yeah, so he just kind of evaporates, and you can't almost even see what's happening most of the time. It's because your gifts are coming out so fast. The trigger times for when they recover on all the recovery frames are kind of off-putting because you're not typically used to them in that kind of a manner. But as you can see there, casting gifts and everything, it's just absolutely crazy how fast our entire build set comes out of the gate here. And you can see that these guys specifically, we are built to, you know, take them down very, very fast and very, very easily. Okay. And as you can see, this guy, we're going to end him quickly here. There we go. Yeah, I think he's dead, and I can't see where I'm at. There we go. Okay. So yeah, these guys, they really, really, really don't stand any kind of chance here. Oh, can't hit him. Can't hit him. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we do have limited range because of the barrage gifts, and because we're running light and dark at basically an S on both mind and willpower at the same time, with a little bit of strength in order to actually run this weapon. Queen is kind of unparalleled for exactly what we have, because if we go for Perseus, obviously we can't use the weapon unless we get up to a strength of C, I believe. Yeah, and so we would need 2 strength gifts in order to get there, but we would have, you know, a little bit better light and dark value. So you know, it kind of might be around the same kind of outcome in the end of it all. Our spelunking trip. Okay, thanks, Eva. And but for what we have offered to us in Queen, I don't think you're really gonna find a much better combination of everything that we have access to. Okay, Eva. don't miss. I'll just let you take care of business then, I guess. So you might think that, wow, this is like way super overpowered, but it is the very first area of the game. When we get to home base, we will switch and go to a more difficult place so you can kind of see how it runs in a, kind of in a late game kind of context. But it does do very, very well overall. It is a very, very hard-hitting gift trigger kind of setup here, and it doesn't really rely a whole lot on stamina most of the time because because of the fact that you're constantly engaging the enemy either at distance or very, very close range with your axe, and recovering ichor all the time with every hit in a big, big way, while at the same time doing fairly decent-ish kind of damage. Okay, so for Nick, for what's his face here, we'll be doing these, and this will be good enough. Now, too bad that gift prowess is over, but we can sit and wait for that, or we can just go. Since the entire build kind of depends on the speed of our gifts and everything, I think we'll just wait here for it for just a few seconds. Yeah, cooldown of 30 seconds is typically pretty rough. These are all at 5 seconds, so basically we're waiting on gift prowess, most of the time. Okay, so now we are ready to go, and we're gonna go ahead and give ourselves everything here. And don't blink here for Nicola, because it's kind of sad how fast the boy is staggered and unable to really do anything. And also because we have the ability to dodge quick mobility here. Okay, whoops. Okay, I'm missing him with like everything. Okay. Okay. We're doing great. Yeah, Eva, don't get close. Okay, let's get some ichor here. Now that is something we can't handle, is our partner dying. But it doesn't matter because we can burn through Nicola very, 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 very quickly. Just because of the fact that everything is so very fast all the time.
Wait, what are you...
Okay, so now back to home base we go. And a nice little cutscene there of the Red Devil. So, okay, as we get into home base here, we'll head off to one of the lost areas in the depths, and we will see just how this plays out in a much more demanding environment rather than just beginning game folks. Okay, so let's go through this, and the nice thing about having kind of a fast hammer is the fact that you can get engaged on the enemy very, very quickly, and you don't have to really worry about too much because you're constantly engaging the enemy either at a distance or close up right on them. And so it really makes for a really fun high fast-paced engagement set instead of waiting around and doing one attack and then blocking or something like that. Now, I did want to point out here, there was a discussion about void types, so I'd like to kind of listen through this here.
Look into your talents, and have confirmed something surprising. Revenants have blood types that differ from those of humans. These types greatly affect a Revenant's abilities. However, your blood has no specific type. Or maybe more accurately, your type is broken. Your abilities, and the fact that you have no specific type, might be due to your being what we call a void type. You were able to gain another Revenant's power through a vestige, right? That phenomenon is unique to void types.
Okay, so we were discussing a while back about Code Vein 2 and what would we do if we weren't, our wonderful protagonist here, because, how in the world could anybody else be a void type to gain other codes, and how would the game even work, right? Well, here's the theory, is that Louis just explained it, that it's unique to void types. So obviously there's been research. Obviously he's come across this before. Obviously it's known within Vane that void types exist, and that they're out there. However, we are the only one, that Louis has come across in recent history, but there must have been others, right, that are out there, and they're documented somehow, because obviously he knows about them. He knows that their absorption through vestiges is unique to void types, so it's something that's very well known, very well documented, that he's looked into, and he's seen it before, or he's read about it because he's always reading. And so if we were in Vane 2, then it would stand to reason that maybe we would meet up with other void types, and then you could switch like party members, like a Final Fantasy game or something like that, right? And so you wouldn't necessarily have the problem of what character would you play, because there's possibly several void types out there in the game, or in the land of Vane. But the problem is that our character leaves the Jail of the Mists right at the end of the game, and so if we are to be a void type that's out there now in the real world, are there other void types that are still in Vane? So would we be one of those trying to also get out of the Jail of the Mists or something, and somehow we see EO again or something like that, and our journey continues. So the idea of void types and collecting other blood codes along the way, and what character would we be in Code Vein 2, well, that would be pretty easy of a jump in lore for Shift to actually move it into a realm of plausibility, I guess you could say, where there are other void types and we could be them, or we could play as them, or we could switch between the different void types. Like maybe some of the members collect, you can only collect a certain amount of blood codes, and then the others can collect a certain amount of blood codes, and then they have specific weapon types they like, and so you would have codes and weapons kind of uniquely shared, or uniquely locked. I don't like that word locked, but uniquely locked to different characters or something. So I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities that could be out there for void types, but right here, this conversation with Louis is what kind of unlocks that idea that void types are common enough to have them documented, but rare enough that Louis is surprised to actually see us engage in that kind of behavior of absorbing memories and then gaining that blood code itself. Okay, so a little bit about that. I just thought I'd share that kind of here with the class as we go along in our journeys here in Vane, to understand kind of what possibly could be in Vane 2, and how to kind of explain it a little bit. Let's go to the Zero District, and we'll see how this runs versus the Queen's Knight Reborn, and versus a very, very heavy engagement of a Lost Invasion, because invasions are horrible and they typically overwhelm you, right? And we'll see how Eva and I can fare in this engagement set here. So here, what we're going to be running, lightning, and here we can run. Let's see. I think we want to run ice. Well, I guess we'll run blood. That'll be good. Okay, we'll run blood and lightning. Oh, this guy, we'll just take him out. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are of what we could be in for there in Vane 2, potentially, if we are meeting other void types, not meeting other void types. We're the last of the void types. We're only going to play as the main protagonist, maybe a new protagonist, maybe a party of members, who knows. So let me know your thoughts. I'm very curious, just because there's a lot that could be done with that right along the way. Okay, we're dead. And this is where the the damage set for what we are running here very much comes into play here, is that we are very brittle, and as you can see, we can die instantaneously in one hit here, so we definitely need to keep our wits about us. Oh. Okay, let's see if we can get a launch here. Good. Okay, but you can see that we do have ultimate power when we are up on these enemies very quickly, very massively. But we get hit once and we're toast. Let's get the key, and then let's head on through here. Oh, whoops, that was a little bit too close. Now here's the problem also, is that we really can't do anything about helping Eva out. So we really gotta watch ourselves. Oh, whoops. I don't have any... Oh, yep, there goes Eva. Okay. Here she comes. And let's get a backstab here. Okay, now obviously the pressure is on now. Okay. Let's get this going. Get out of here. Now, quick mobility sure does help us significantly here. Oops. Okay, but being staggered basically at any one hit at any time is also very tragic. Okay, we are able to launch now. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Okay. Oh. Okay. Ouch. Okay, so you can see that, you know, here for the later game, where you are constantly engaging the enemy under heavy pressure, you really do have kind of your work cut out for you here. Oh, that guy's throwing knives in the back where I can't see. Oh, we're dead. Yep. The knives from the back row there are definitely painful, but you can see that because we are not one-on-oneing the enemies, we do have a little bit of an issue, but anytime you have one-on-one, the enemies kind of just disappear in front of you. So keep that in mind. However, it still is a very potent damage set that we have access to here. As you can see, we can just kind of throw enemies around willy-nilly at will here one-on-one. The problem does come though, as you can see, in these big large groups where we have multiple enemies coming at us from different directions, and also when they are shooting at us or throwing at us or the like here, things get really bad really quick. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. That was, could have gone a little better there, but overall, not too bad. So let's try this invasion again, just because, you know, for posterity's sake. Oops. There we go. So yes, very fast, very hard hitting, and very exciting, because it is a very intense kind of a build set here. Okay, let's get out of here so Eva maybe doesn't die. Okay. Okay, good. Let's see if we can get a launch here. Okay. Unfortunate we can't quite get the launch. There we go. That's the launch we want. Okay, let's go ahead and heal while these guys come on over. Okay. Okay. Good, we got a backstab. Okay. Now we will need to get Hunting Feast active here. Good. Ouch. Oops. Ouch. Okay. Thanks, Eva. That guy was gonna throw his dagger at us. Okay, good. Backstab. Yeah, get that guy. Good. Okay, let's heal. Oh, another one. Okay. And see, that's the problem, is the amount of enemies all at once are very, very difficult to run here. Okay. Okay. Ouch. Okay, I really misjudged that dodge timing there for sure. Okay, let's see if we can get a second launch here. Good. Okay. Very, very good. Very, 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 very good. Okay. Okay, we got a lot of Ichor here, so let's go ahead and heal up all the way. And let's go for another gift accelerator. Good. Okay. There we go. Okay, so very, very good when you are one-on-one, but as you can see, for big groups like that, it becomes very, very difficult to manage your engagement spacing, and that's why I say that it's, you know, it definitely is more of a spacing footsie kind of idea here, where are you close enough, are you far away enough, are you able to you know, understand all of those spacing encounters that you need to go for. And that's really where the difficulty of this comes in, is for the multiple enemy kind of encounters. You can deal with them, obviously, but they become much more difficult than normal. Okay, so I think what we'll do here, since we need to go for some kind of lightning, I think we'll just go for lightning spike. And we'll switch these around. There we go. All right. And we should be good here. Okay, and as you can see there, we went through quite a bit of our health pool very, very fast. Okay, where's the other one? There we go. Yep, Eva's gonna take a hard hit there, but as you can see, when you are one-on-one with any enemy, really, whoops, we're really, really, really strong in because we can switch these out to be light or dark. It really doesn't matter at all. We can pick really anything. It works the best for things with very, very low cooldowns, typically 2 or 1 seconds. So instead of going for the barrages here, you go for something like that, and then maybe like lightning barrage here. You can still have, you know, very, very good damage at a distance, as long as you're in kind of an open space, and you can still do this extremely assault style hybrid hammer setup, and things can go very, very fast for you and very, very well overall. So we'll head over here, we'll pick up the other key, we'll get rid of the dogs, and the nice thing is that because you do have light and dark, it doesn't matter if you use you know, slashes, or if you use the barrage gifts, or if you use other things along the way. It's just really, 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 really nice to be able to use whatever gifts you want, and you can use big gifts because you're running Queen, which has, you know, in our case, an S in both mind and willpower, so you can basically use whatever you want, however you want, which is really, 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 really nice. And so, for example, you can even switch into things like Thunderbolt Impact, and different things like that, but it's very, very nice to have very, very fast, quick casts that don't cost you a whole lot of time while you're sitting there waiting for everything. As you can see, it works very well with, you know, all kinds of different gifts here that you have access to, and we'll see how we do versus the Queen's Knight Reborn here. So a little bit of extra discussion here, a little bit of a longer episode to kind of see how, you know, you run kind of a hybrid combat axe build here in our hammer build, in order to kind of maximize the effectiveness of, you know, how you engage with the enemies and stuff. Okay, so here we, we'll want some slashing gifts, and sure, I guess we'll keep Ice Barrage. That'll be good enough. Okay, let's
Maybe
go.
we should check out the
And now
area.
we will be obviously destroyed in one hit if we get hit. So
That wasp
we
looks like
really,
trouble.
really, really have to kind of play our distancing game very, very well
Just
here in order to, you know, make our attacks worth it. Okay, there's one hit. Okay. Oh, yep, there we got hit. Okay. And Eva's dead, so yep. Whoops. And you can see how much I-core we get back. And we're just now out of stamina. So let's get some I-core here. Okay. Oops. Okay, now's the bad part. Whoops. Now's the really, really bad part. And we can't dodge the double frame because we were on the wall there. Oh well. But as you can see, we have a huge amount of I-core recovery until the leaking phase, just because of the fact that, you know, we don't have any ability to recover in any way from, you know, having that leak unless we go for something like leak removal or something like that. Now let's grab this here for Eva, and we should be able to put him down here just to keep Eva alive, because as you can see, she dies in one hit, I die in one hit. We are very, very, very much a speedster that cannot afford to take any damage at any time. Okay. Okay. Oh, she dies in 2 hits. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's get some I-core here. There we go. Okay. And because we have a heavy axe, again, remember, we can stagger a little bit better than we normally would. Whoops. Okay, let's just... Oh boy, we're dead. Okay, we barely missed that. Oh. Okay, good job, Eva. Take one for the team there. Okay, now it's leaking time. Okay, we're out of all of our speed bits here, which is very, very bad. Nice stagger, Eva. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, that was really, really bad. I mistimed everything on all of that. I mistimed everything. Okay, well anyways, you get the idea of how much pressure overall it is, and we just need to, you know, get the spacing right for when we are up on him in order to get our I-core back. But for the beginning, first like half here, we are very, very fast, very, very heavy damage, very, very involved with how much damage we are doing. And the second half with his crazy leak festival, it's very, very bad. Okay. Okay, yep, and we're just getting too antsy now with going in on the damage, and I'm just not getting the windows open. But yeah, this is a very, very fast, heavy aggression-based pressure build, and it's a lot of fun. You just can't help but hit the buttons. It really, really just makes you feel really good to play it. Okay. Whoops, I didn't want to heal Eva. Wrong button there. And you can see that as you dodge and run away, you can like go in on the enemy very, very easily. Okay. There we go. Oh, we are out of stamina, unfortunately. Whoops. Okay. A gap closer there. Very nice. Let's get some ichor here. Very, very nice. Okay. Okay, we're leaking profusely. Oh boy. Okay, let's go in. Let's back up here for sure. Get some stamina here. Okay, now we're playing the smart footsie game, and then, oh, okay, never mind. Oh, man. Well, I think on that note, guys, I'll leave you there.